Happy spooky season, nerds. These are some books you need to add to your reading list this month. First off, we got Marvel Zombies. This spun out of Ultimate Fantastic Four. This is written by Robert Kirkman. This is when Walking Dead was really starting to gain popularity, and this is what would happen if there was a zombie outbreak in the Marvel Universe. It's a multiverse story, obviously, with Ultimate and all that, but this is great, a very fun read, really good for this time of year. Next up, we've got Dwellings. Now, this is out in trade now, but they do have a Halloween issue coming out this month, which I suggest picking up. This is another one of those books that have kind of the cuteness factor of the art, but it's really dark storytelling. This is a really fun read and definitely good for spooky season. Next up is what I will always believe is the most original take on the Punisher. We've got Frankencastle. This was by Rick Remender and Tony Moore of Walking Dead fame as well. And the Punisher gets murdered by Daken, Wolverine's son, and reassembled into Frankencastle. And he starts fighting four monsters. And honestly, this book rules. This has always been one of my favorite Punisher iterations. Tony Moore's artwork is so beautiful, and I'm a huge Rick Remender fan. Add this to your list. Next up, we have American Vampire by Scott Snyder. Stephen King actually helped with the first story arc of this. If I do a part 2 of this, you're going to hear probably Scott Snyder come up again because he is an outstanding horror writer. Raphael Albuquerque is one of my favorite artists as well, and his art is just so good and consistent throughout this entire run. This is basically when you get bit on a different continent or body of land as a vampire, it grants you different abilities. And this is the story of the American Vampire, Skinner Suite. Outstanding book. I love this. This is one of my favorite series of all time. Last up is The Nice House on the Lake by James Tynion IV. Once again, if I do a part 2 of this, if you guys want a part 2, his name will probably come up again because he's an outstanding horror writer. A kind of beneficiary friend invites some other people to a house on the lake as the apocalypse starts, and that's all I'm going to give you with this. But yeah, he is an outstanding horror writer. I can't say enough good things about this story and a lot of his other stuff, but those are just some of my picks for this spooky season. I hope you're enjoying your October. If you want a part 2, let me know, and until next time, have a nerdy week.